Hello everybody and welcome back. Now for this video I'm going to be talking about two situations that happened a few days ago, and I know some of these are sort of like already, people already stopped talking about this sort of. And what I mean by this is the situation with, Jack Doherty and of course that scumbag Logan Paul. And even though people have already stopped really talking about the Jack Doherty situation, and people are slowly starting to stop talking about the Logan Paul situation, I still wanted to talk about both of these because I was going to make, a sort of video talking about them, but at the time I didn't have a sort of good area or place to make the video, but now I do. So I'm going to be talking about these two dumbasses, these morons, these disgusting and just horrible people, just being extremely petty and just absolutely stupid and not giving a fuck at all about others at all, and only care about their self-gain. So we're going to be starting off with, of course, Jack Doherty. Now, I've talked about Jack Doherty in a previous video, talking about the worst YouTubers currently that still have a channel. Now, for this one, though, what happened with Jack Doherty is a few days ago, he was driving on a freeway with his new McLaren and also streaming while driving his car. And of course, it was raining at the time, which is still really sketchy and dangerous, especially with a sort of fast car like a McLaren. And it was raining, but instead of, focusing on the road, especially on a dangerous road where it's wet, he was focused on his phone reading the chat. And I don't know if you know, but I don't know who does that at all, but if you want to die as fast as you can, that is your easy solution right there. And if you don't believe me, here's this picture right here where it literally shows Jack Doherty in his phone while driving in a wet road, just looking at his phone and not paying attention to the road because he's reading his chat. It's just insane to me because what was he expecting, honestly? I don't know what he was expecting, because who does that? Especially, I would say if anyone has a fancy car, a really fast car, a nice car, luxurious car, you should try to focus on the road. That way nothing happens to your car or anyone in your seat as well, anyone in your passenger seat, anyone in your car as well, so you don't endanger them and get them killed. Now, of course, to no surprise, they crashed. Jack Doherty lost control and just started panicking and crashed into some of the barricades on the sides of the road in the freeway. And they crashed, and of course, it was a really dangerous crash, and they really could have died, but they survived. And it's unfortunate because, well, I'm not trying to sound like that, but what happened is when they crashed and they got out, Jack really only cared about the car itself and hardly his cameraman that was literally bleeding. In this picture right here, he was bleeding, and all Jack was like, "Oh, you good?" He was like, "Oh my God, my car! No, my car! You good? Yeah." My car. No, he only cared about the car. That's all he cared about. He didn't care about endangering someone's life and maybe getting them killed. He only cared about his dumbass crashing his fucking car, which I don't know what he was expecting when driving in a wet road with a fast car that can easily lose control in a situation like that. He's I gotta say, he's definitely got to be one of the dumbest fucking people in this world. And I don't even know. I'm not sure. Feel free to correct me. Did he even pass high school? Like, was he one of those YouTubers where just he left high school because to move on with his sort of career on YouTube? If it is true, I'm not sure right now, but if that's the case, it makes sense. Because if his ass was never able to complete high school, it makes sense how he can be so fucking stupid like that. And of course, there have been many people flaming on him for just being a horrible person and nearly getting someone killed. But when he eventually made a tweet on Twitter, he talked about, I'm going to be making a video about this, talking about what happened and everything, trying to make himself sort of like a victim and seem like, I guess, try to seem more friendly in a part of a video, showing parts of the video. But in some of those parts of his tweets, he actually got community noted because he skipped the entire part of the stream where he was shown using his phone and almost getting themselves killed. So he kept hiding, kept avoiding that and not showing that sort of thing, because that entire thing, because it was entirely his fault. And of course, he kept getting community noted, and thankfully thankfully Kick has now made a good decision and permanently banned him on Kick, which is so funny to me now because now that he's permanently banned on Kick, he's now begging for people on his TikTok to send him donations to get sort of to pay off his car that he basically wrecked, that's destroyed basically. And it's so funny to me just him begging for fucking donations as well. Because if I saw the video, there was a specific part in the video. I'm not sure, someone said or asked, "How did you crash your car?" or something. Someone asked him like that, and he's like, "We were driving on a wet road, and I was in my McLaren. What do you expect? You never driven a McLaren before?" Still acting sort of scummy and just very douchey. So it's clear that he never really cared. He doesn't care about taking accountability. He doesn't care about any of that. He only cares about just trying to all the money he can from his fans. Which, again, if you are a fan of him, either you are like fucking five or you are like the dumbest person as well. You are as dumb as him. Because why are you donating to someone that's such a scummy piece of shit that literally almost got someone killed because they were so busy reading their chat while driving, I don't know, 50 miles per hour or something like that in a wet road with his McLaren? Stop donating to this fucking moron and have him go find a real job. I know I'm not one to talk right now. I still haven't gotten a job. But again, either way, I'm not one to, sort of act scummy and just, douchey to someone because I'm more popular or something like that than them and I feel more like better than them. I'm not a narcissist. And for someone like Jack Doherty, he absolutely does not deserve a platform at all. Like I've said before in my previous video, he is one of the worst fucking YouTubers ever and one of the worst streamers ever. And luckily he's lost his opportunity to stream again on Kick. But he might go on other places like Rumble or something like that. I'm not sure if they're accepting him. But then again, I'm not sure about that because now he really shows that he doesn't care because he went to his Instagram and started promoting his OnlyFans to sort of just ignore that situation, which again just make him look more scummy as hell. And it just proves to you that no matter what, even if you say, "Oh, he's young, he's stupid, he's just like that," he's a fucking adult. He has a responsibility. He has many responsibilities, and one of those responsibilities is to focus on the road and not get yourself or anyone in your fucking car killed. And he failed that. So if anything, I would say he does deserve to go to jail. And maybe the minimum thing is to have his license suspended or revoked. Because he does not deserve that. He doesn't deserve it. If he's so careless like that, if he's so careless that he doesn't care about anyone in his car and nearly getting them killed, then that person does not deserve a license at all. And that person does not deserve to have a car, doesn't deserve to have a license, doesn't deserve to have any sort of transportation like that. If he wants to go to places, go to a fucking bus or a train. That's it. You don't deserve any sort of transportation at all. Because you've lost that opportunity to use that vehicle because of how scummy and just how little you care about other people. You only care about yourself. That's all Jack is. He only cares about himself and how much money he makes. He's the worst kind of person ever in YouTube, and it's a shame that I think he still has a YouTube to this day. So if anything, YouTube, I would say, please 100% ban him because that's sort of a good way to ban him for almost getting someone killed. If Kick can do it, please do it yourself as well. Alright, now that I'm done with Jack Doherty, we're moving on to Logan Paul. Now, what the situation with Logan Paul, of course, is another YouTuber known as Tommy Innit. If you don't know, he's a famous or popular Minecraft YouTuber. He was part of the Dream SMP or something like that. And what's happening with him is Tommy Innit made a tweet where he took a screenshot on a specific video from Logan Paul's podcast, the Impulsive Podcast, where he was in his podcast with Donald Trump. And one of the parts in his video was the Gaza conflict, the intense shit going on over there. And of all times for Logan Paul to promote his fucking Prime, he puts it in the Gaza conflict section. Now, of course, if you don't know, that's fucking scummy. That's scummy as hell. That's so petty. If you are going to promote something like that in your video of a podcast, promote it anywhere else, any other part in your video, not in an intense situation right now, like in a place that's happening in Gaza right now. So, of course, people are flaming on Logan Paul for some disgusting shit that he did like that. Being so careless and not giving a shit about that at all, that part of the conflict, that he's like, now would be a good time for me to start promoting my prime right here. And I looked at the video. I looked at the video of his podcast, and people have said, oh, it's sort of just at the end of the part of the conflict. So he decided to just put it at that part. Okay, you could literally do that in any other part. Any other part in the beginning of another part, in any other section, or at the end of another section. Not in a part where there is a war going on right now over there in Gaza. That's super scummy, that's so petty, and that just makes you look extremely, extremely insensitive. So, of course, people are flaming on Logan Paul right now. But, of course, Logan Paul sort of doubled down or, replied with his own tweet trying to make Tommy Innit seem sort of like desperate for attention right here in this picture. Now, I don't have the screenshot displayed right here. For some reason, the photo didn't really work, but I'm just going to read it to you. Feel free to also you can just go to Logan's Twitter and you can see yourself that this is real. So, Logan Paul responded to that tweet from Tommy Innit saying, right, I'm done, and showing just the picture of the Gaza conflict in section and his prime ad. And Logan Paul decided to respond with that offline glaze though, and he responded with a screenshot of sort of a private messages of him and Tommy Innit talking, and Tommy Innit said, "Destroy him, Logan. You have Tommy Innit's full faith. That was incredible." Logan said, "Thank you, boss." And then a few days later, Tommy Innit said, "Hey Logan, hope you are well post fight. It was fucking awesome to watch, man. I'm just wondering if you're around soon for a call. I really love to learn some more from you and ask you some good questions. New video was fucking awesome." Logan responded, "Aw, thank you, G." Now, don't know what this was supposed to prove. Not, I mean, sure, you could say he was glazing, but that's because he was looking up to you and he was just trying to have a good conversation, some cool info, good talk with, someone that looks up to you. So I don't see what Logan Paul was going for with this. And then later on, he made another post, well, Tommy Innit made a post replying to that saying, if the same week I had a daughter I also lost to a beef with Tommy Innit, I would kill myself, which is just kind of funny. But then Logan Paul made more tweets, or another tweet saying, "Tommy is lashing out because I've been neglecting him. Sorry I didn't chill with you, buddy." And for these, it just shows Tommy Innit trying to sort of, I guess, talk, maybe be able to meet his favorite YouTuber, someone that he looks up to, and also maybe have join a call, make a video with him, maybe meet in real life, have coffee or something. I'll maybe read you a little bit. So here it says, "You in England at the moment?" Tommy Innit says. Logan said, "Yes, sir." Tommy Innit says, "Oh, awesome. How long for?" Logan says, "Leaving tomorrow, big dog." Tommy says, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to get coffee." Logan said, "Next time, boss." Tommy said, "For sure. Also, I would love to get your advice on some stuff sometime. I've been following pretty closely what you said last year to me. It was really helpful." Logan said, "Hell yeah, I got you." And then Tommy says, "Thank you, man. When would you be about?" Next picture, Tommy says, "Hello, congrats on the engagement, Logan. This still doesn't answer the availability question. New video was fucking awesome. Congrats, big guy." Logan says, "Thank you, boss. Sorry, I've been mad busy." Tommy says, "Can we call this week, Logan?" Logan says, "What up, boss? Busy ass week." Tommy says, "Oh, that's alright. Got some time next Monday." Logan says, "Yeah, hit me next week. Let's figure it out at that time." And then Tommy says, "Thanks, man. Excited to chat with you." And it's just more and more pictures. I'll put another more posts right here displayed. This is just the rest of the pictures. And again, this is really not proving anything at all from what Logan Paul is trying to prove. I'm guessing what he's saying is Tommy didn't get any attention from him, so now Tommy hates him. No. This is an entirely different thing. Tommy is calling you out on something that you did in your video where you were being extremely insensitive, where you were promoting your prime basically during a part of the section of a Gaza conflict, a war that is fucking insane right now. And it just shows that you care so little about that sort of situation that you decide to try to promote your prime in that sort of section, which again is extremely scummy and super insensitive. And later, Tommy Innit made another post saying, "Why do you keep posting private messages of me being kind to you? Are you stupid?" And Logan Paul replies, "Because you beg me for attention offline, then run to Twitter when I don't acknowledge you, another fake internet kid." Well, congratulations, Logan Paul. Congratulations on being displayed as someone that does not care about anyone at all, that looks up to him at all. On all these pictures, Tommy was being super nice to you. He was trying to get more advice, maybe have sort of one-to-one talk, in a call, make a video, meet up together, because Tommy looked up to you. He liked you. He thought, you were a cool guy. He supported you. He congratulated you on your engagement announcement, and he also supported you on your boxing fights. And this just shows that you didn't care at all. You really didn't care, and you ignored him many times. I understand, sure, you can say that you were extremely busy, but I'm sure that many other people would just say, okay, yeah, let's just get in a call, just talk a little bit, and then that's it. There's no problem with that. But you just didn't care at all. You really only cared about yourself and just whatever was going on than this. And then you just later just stabbed him in the back, or just acted extremely petty to him. And now because of this, it just shows how little you care about him, how little you don't even care about him at all. So it just shows to me that if you really thought that he was begging for attention from you, then you really lost the plot from that. Because from what I'm seeing right here, this is just someone that just wants to talk to their favorite YouTuber and just wants to get more advice, how to become a better person, maybe how to do better videos, just how to improve. And he said before, he said that your advice is really helpful. But now with this, yeah, all that shit just went down the drain and showed how little you cared about him. Now, from what I've been seeing from everything and everyone replying from all those tweets of Tommy and Logan Paul, nobody, again, is siding with Logan Paul besides his sort of loyal and just pathetic fan base that always wants to bring up that Tommy Innit is a bad person. And I remember seeing in one of his tweets, one of Logan Paul's tweets, where one of his fan members said, by the way, this is who Logan Paul is arguing with, and it was literally just Tommy Innit holding a pride flag. So that should really show to you how Logan Paul's fan base is. A bunch of homophobes and transphobes and stuff like that. And it's so funny to me because later on someone replied with that saying, by the way, this is who Tommy Innit or Logan Paul is, by the way. And again showed a picture of the video of the suicide forest. So that really backfired with that as well. But overall from this, I will say Logan Paul is, again, I've said this many times. I've said this in a video before, calling out and just talking about horrible YouTubers, talking about the Lunchley situation. I will say right now, if you want to learn something from this and you haven't figured it out already, Logan Paul is a terrible person and only cares about himself and the money he makes and doesn't care about anything else. If it's hurting someone, who cares? Too fucking bad. As long as he's making the money, he doesn't care. And if someone is trying to call him out, even if you were a former friend of his, then you will now be seen as a traitor and just someone that's only there or trying to get attention from him. Attention from someone like, Logan Paul. How dare you try to call me out, you fucking disgusting piece of shit. Don't fucking fight me, bro. I got all my little gangsters on my side. So go on and fight me. I will sue you like I sued CoffeeZilla. Come on, you want to fight me, bro? I'll go 1-3 on you again. I would also like to point out that it feels like Logan Paul is acting more of a child and just throwing a tantrum by calling someone out like that. He's acting more like a child than the kid he's responding to. He's like almost 30, so it really shows you how much of a pathetic loser he is. And again, it's sad that we have someone like that that has a massive audience and that is famous and that has, you know, millions of dollars, someone like that, you know, it really shows you that anyone can be famous. Even one of the worst peoples in this world, anyone can really be famous, and anyone can have a large fan base and audience. And it doesn't matter, because sometimes that audience can be too young to even understand what the fuck is going on and only care about, you know, supporting their favorite YouTuber, even if it's been shown many times that they are a horrible person. And this situation just proved it again. He never cared at all of Tommy in it. And only when he was getting called out, he started to say, you know what, you're begging for attention. You know what? Yeah, that's all you are. You're a fake internet kid. Take that, Tommy in it. Take that. That's right. Logan Paul, me, myself, Logan Paul, just called you a fake internet kid. I won. I won the fight. That's it. That's it. I won. You lost the battle. You're just fake. That's all it is, Tommy. You're just pathetic. That's all it is. Oh yeah, like always, of course, Logan Paul hides his, or privates, or, you know, yeah, privates his messages or tweets, so only the people he follows can reply. So it understands he's being a massive pussy. He's a loser. That's all it is. But overall from the entire video, if anything you want to take from this video, just understand that these people became famous. These people have a large fan base and have more money than you. So it really shows you that anyone can be famous. Even you. Even you can be famous. But if you're going to be famous, at least be a good person, please. That's all we ask for. That's all I really ask for if I want to be a YouTuber, or, you know, for this place. I want YouTubers to be a good person. I don't want them to be pedophiles. I don't want them to go for kids. I don't want them to be a horrible person. I don't want them to scam people. I don't want them to sell garbage to their audience. I don't want them to drag situations like KSI, dragging the DNTDM situation. That's all I ask for. Just be a normal person. Just be normal. Make YouTube videos. Maybe you'll get thousands of views. You can become big. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for situations like this. But of course, Logan Paul brings it up. He always makes sure to try to make himself seem superior and just seem better. That's all it is. Besides all the jokes, though, I hope you enjoyed this rant and just me talking about these situations. I did want to make a video on this before a few days ago, but didn't have the time or didn't have really the place to make this video. But now that it's currently 11:44 a.m., I now am done with this video, and I guess that's really all to say. Overall, what you should take: Jack Doherty, Logan Paul, disgusting people, don't deserve a platform at all. That's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed. See ya.